Hello, viewers. We wanted to start this webinar series with a brief interview of our own Sangeetha. And Sangeetha doesn't need any introduction, but I have some questions, curious questions I would like to ask Sangeetha. So let me get on with it. So, Sangeetha, talk us through your sort of Aramsai journey. You founded this in 2012, and you've been the chairperson, president. Can you walk us through your journey, Aramsai journey?
Sure. Thank you very much for hosting me, Balaji, and appreciate you taking the time first thing on Sunday. Aramsay, like you rightly pointed out, we started in January of 2012. I think you probably have this experience yourself. A majority of those who are Aramsayers today and who started Aramsay had relocated to the US from India.
Mm.
So every so often when we travel back home, we find somebody, it's either the maid at home or maybe the rickshawala, and they are trying to support their kids to go to school.
Mm.
And with the rising costs, sometimes they are not able to provide continuous education to their children. So you always, just lend a few dollars because it's hardly anything for you. So when this group of people met, we said, okay, we like spending time with each other, but we also have a common commitment to
Right.
help people back at home. And that's how the conversation started. And then we realized US is much our home as is India. So instead of restricting ourselves to just these two countries, we said, let's go worldwide.
Right.
And that's how Aramsai was born.
Awesome.
I had the pleasure of having a fantastic team of core members that I'm very, very proud to say have stayed with Aramsai until today, of leading them as the president and chairperson. And then with COVID, um, it provided a new avenue of where we need to be
Mm.
from where we started, right? I mean, you know the challenges with COVID.
Yeah.
So uh, we thought it was a good time then to hand over the leadership. And now we have Karen Kagu, who is the president of Aramsai, and Venkat, who's the chairperson. Again, both of Karen has been a founder member of Aramsai, and Venkat joined us literally 2 years after we'd started Aramsai. So that's the Aramsai journey in short.
It's awesome. It's awesome. It's always great to have the right team, right? I mean, you almost feel grateful that you started this journey. You had the right team, and you're able to expand the team and do more stuff. That's awesome. So
That
so I have been part of a lot of events for Aramsai. I've been happy. I've been on the other side doing events and sort of always cherished the partnership with Aramsai. Now, what in your mind has been sort of the most impactful event? I know there might be many, but what comes to your mind? What do you think was most impactful event for Aramsai?
absolutely. That's thank you very much for that question. That's a beautiful question. Um, you're right. It's very difficult to say which one's your favorite or the most impactful.
Right.
But if I have to absolutely choose, there are two events that I'd love to mention. Uh, like you pointed out, we started Aramsai in January of 2012, and Sangeetha, even before we had formally completed our nonprofit registration process, uh, extended their support and said, we'd like to identify Aramsai as the beneficiary of our production. And I believe your production was in March
Right.
of 2012 that year. I will forever be grateful to you and your team. Sangeetha is one of them. And I think over the years, Our primary fundraising model, as you know, has been through partnerships with organizations such as Sangeetha and other performing groups. But we also started our own signature event called Spark.
Right.
Uh, we call it Spark Compete for a Cause, providing kids an opportunity to showcase their talent while giving back. And that has really grown, so much so that we had to close registration like 10, 10 days ahead the last year. Not,
Right.
was it last? My apologies. I think it was 2019.
Mm.
We couldn't host one last year. So these two definitely stand out.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. That actually brings me to an interesting question here. I know, model has been, events and fundraising and whatnot. Now, I'm also part of this. We have started on this new journey, which is slightly different, community engagement. Now, it is it's different. It needs a different perspective in us, going and engaging with the community. Now, what was your motivation, sort of, to start this community engagement?
Very, that's it. Unfortunately, the George Floyd situation,
Mm.
if I can say, kind of opened our eyes to something which is so deep and rooted in the American psyche. We did initially, maybe I should call it, we were reactive in the sense that we wanted a better understanding of where we stand, what the history has been, where we are. That was the initial learning
Right.
when that incident happened. And it's unfortunate that somebody had to lose their life for us to be awakened in that sense, right?
Right.
Uh, and then we realized it's not it's not just empathy and sympathy that they're looking for, but they're looking for partnership. How do you sustain your support for them?
Right.
It's not just good intentions. So we started making inquiries about organizations that are supporting Black lives. It could be education or healthcare. And we wanted to walk our talk, if you will, and join hands with them and support them in any capacity that we could. And that's how community engagement was born. As you know, it's pretty evolving the way we are starting community engagement in 2021 at Aram. And thank you very, very much for being a part of it. It's very,
I,
very encouraging.
I should thank you. I'm grateful to be here, helping out. Actually, your first event, I think, was the one that actually, awakened me as well. The same thing, right? And then I say, okay, what can I do, right? I have this time and I have this willingness, and what can I do to help? And thank you for giving me the opportunity to do that. Right? So,
Welcome.
Aramsai is 2021. So, what do you think is in store for 2021? What are
Oh,
you excited about for 2021, from an Aramsai perspective?
I'd like to escape and ask that you pose that question to Karen and Venkat. I'm just kidding. Uh,
we,
from
we should do
from
this more Aramsayar's interview, I guess.
Absolutely,
Yeah, I'll have
absolutely.
Karen next.
Yes, they've the transition was so smooth from where we were to having moved since I believe August of 2020. And I think one of our short-term goals was, of course, to focus and get more committed volunteers to Aramsai,
Mm.
to Aramsai. So, and of course, I think the community engagement is going to be a very big part of what we'd like to do. Just because with the new remote working and the new avenues of engagement that we could uh, there is just no limit, right? It doesn't have to be local previously, like for volunteering purposes.
Right.
We can go worldwide, as you know, we are hoping to do. Um,
Okay. Awesome. So I couldn't hear over here your dog, so that actually made me think about a different question. So now, this is very close to your heart. Perfect dog rescue. Can you talk a little bit about that?
oh, sure, thank you. And I apologize for the background noise.
No,
I'm
it's actually
trying
natural,
to.
right? It's
uh, so the Perfect Dog Rescue is completed 10 years in 2020 March.
mm,
Founded by Diana Rapa. She's a dog trainer by profession. And she initially wanted to start the rescue to save dogs which are, if I can say, differently abled, blind,
mm,
deaf, or have some kind of a disability. And then she saves those dogs from shelters around the South Bay, Central Bay. So, but then when I don't know what your experience has been. If you go into a shelter, it's very difficult to say there is a dog that can be saved, and I won't be. I don't want that particular dog or anything. It's like they'll appeal to you, your heart. It's so she has been successful for the last 10 years. She's also motivated several volunteers such as me. I used to have my own Labrador Retriever, Rocky, that I lost in 2017 due to age and illness. And since then, I've been fully involved with the Perfect Dog Rescue, saving one perfect dog at a time. Uh,
mm. Awesome, awesome. Actually, that's all I had as prepared questions. Did you have anything else to add to it? For viewers who are going to be watching this.
Uh, I think the only request I'll have is, of course, we're going to be constantly reaching out through social media and through webinars and newsletters, uh, posting about our various community engagements with nonprofits in and around the Bay Area and worldwide. We'd love for you to listen, hear us, and maybe contribute your time wherever possible. And basically just continue to motivate us like you've been motivating us for the last 9 years. So thank you so very much for your support all these years, and we hope to continue to receive that support.
Hey, Sangeeta, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you. Have a rest of the great
Like,
Sunday.
likewise, Balaji. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you. Thank you, viewers.